If you can last as long as you want in bed, it will instantly take your sex life to the next level and give you the power to satisfy a woman to the highest level every single time. So in this video, I'm gonna give you my 4 proven tricks to last longer in bed that never fail to work. And these 4 things can be done by any guy. It's super simple and you will get a dramatic boost in stamina immediately. So pay attention and keep watching. My name is Marnie, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl. And every week, it's my job to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want. So just hit that subscribe button now so that you never miss a video from me. So this video is going to be jam-packed with things you can do to last longer in bed. But I wanted to share one thing you can take to last longer in bed. And that's where our friends and sponsor for today's video, Joy Mode, come in, because Joy Mode's Sexual Performance Booster is an all-natural and science-backed solution to increase blood flow, firmness, stamina, and performance. Joy Mode was created because the products on the market, like prescriptions and over-the-counter gas station pills, are terrible and can hurt you in the long run. So Joy Mode's Sexual Performance Booster is an all-natural and science-backed solution to increase blood flow, firmness, stamina, and performance. Joy Mode's Sexual Performance Booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex. You can take it anywhere from 45 minutes to 5 hours before you have sex, and you can expect to get one of your best erections ever. And not only is this the only supplement you'll need to take for the bedroom, but it also supports your blood vessels, your cardiovascular health, your athletic performance, blood pressure, and more. Men across the nation have turned to Joy Mode with over 1 million packets taken to elevate their sexual performance. So if you want to spice things up in the bedroom, boost your sexual performance, and support your overall heart health and quality of life, and do it naturally without nasty prescription drugs, then I want you to give Joy Mode a try. So go to usejoymode.com/Marnie or enter Marnie at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's usejoymode.com/Marnie for 20% off your first order. So thank you very much, Joy Mode, for sponsoring today's video. All right, here are the 4 proven tips, tactics they're gonna help you last longer in bed and instantly. I wanna give one little disclaimer that these are going to help, right, for most guys, but if there is something that is more serious medically going on with you and lasting longer, I would say go to a doctor to seek help. This is not in replacement of a doctor's advice. This is before you even get to this point. And if these things don't help, then I would definitely seek out going to a doctor. Okay, so trick number 1, make it slippery. For me to explain this trick to you, there are 2 things that we need to agree on. First thing is that more friction, meaning one surface rubbing against another, causes the sensations that lead to an orgasm. Second, if you increase friction, you get to climax faster. So if you decrease friction, can't speak, you get it slower. So this is why the first trick to lasting longer, and perhaps the easiest and most underrated method of doing it, is to use a generous amount of lube during penetration. And lube makes her vagina more slippery and decreases the amount of friction, and therefore reduces the amount of sensation on your man part. Less sensation equals less urgency and a desire and need to finish. Plus, it feels great for her too, because our sensation gets stronger the wetter we are down there. So go to a store and get some lube, or use coconut oil before you get down and dirty next time. And I would highly recommend a water-based lube that is free of parabens and free of glycerin, so you don't mess up her vagina. But that said, do you know what's even better than water-based lube? Her own natural wetness. So if you get her soaking wet before you enter her, that will serve you as all the lube that you need and guarantee that she feels amazing when you thrust in and out of her. The way you get her dripping and soaking wet down there is with slow foreplay. It's by teasing her and touching her all over, kissing and licking and making her crave you inside of her before you actually do it. So I have a whole bunch of other videos on this channel that go deeper on the topic of foreplay, and I will leave a few links in the description below so that you can check them out after you watch this video. But the main idea I want you to remember here is this: make it slippery. Use lube, or just get her as wet as possible, or even have a mix of both. Slippery equals less friction And less friction equals a slower path to climax for you. Okay? So trick number 2, start slow. When you're penetrating her, you don't want to go from 0 to 100 right away. If you do, you're just increasing your odds of finishing fast. You're like screwing the pooch, right? Isn't that the phrase? And there's a good chance that you'll actually hurt her. So just like with all things sex, you need to take your time. You need to slow it down. Don't go full speed, full intensity right from the start. In fact, when you enter her for the first time, stay in there for a few seconds. Get cozy, hibernate a little bit. Let her vagina properly feel you and adjust to this new sensation. Then pull out and start thrusting slowly, like really slow. Each thrust, she's gonna be wanting more and more, and she's gonna be softly moaning in pleasure, which is what you want. And you can slowly build up the pace and intensity from there. But do not rush. Slowly build up that pace. Give her time to feel each thrust and sink in to the moment. On the other hand, you could even penetrate her slowly for a minute or two and then withdraw from it completely, right? And either go down on her or spend more time kissing and touching and caressing other body parts. This will have her begging to feel you inside her again. And it's a great teasing tactic to use on her. But either way, my point is simple. Go slow when you're thrusting. Not only will you make it far more enjoyable for her, you will also delay your own orgasm and last much longer. So trick number 3, express your pleasure with sounds. When you're penetrating her, moan and groan and express your pleasure. Not like gross noises, but like a Take deep breaths in through your nose and then express your pleasure with an and you exhale. Doing this will move your sexual energy from your genitals and disperse it all across your body. And because your sexual energy won't be so concentrated on your genitals, it's going to delay your orgasm and help you last much longer. Plus, expressing pleasure and showing that you're having a great time is a fast and easy way to turn your partner on even more. Just how you like it when a woman moans and makes sounds during sex. We also love hearing it from men. I've said it 1,000 times. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes men make in bed is being so completely silent. I've had this many times and it's very frustrating. Women hate it. We don't like it. Don't be that guy. Make sounds, express your pleasure. Don't make gross sounds and loud sounds, but make sounds. You'll last longer. You'll do her longer, and she'll get more and more turned on by hearing you have a good time. It's a win-win on all fronts. So breathe. Trick number 4, let go. Okay, this sounds strange, but hear me out. Most guys have high standards for what a great performance in bed should look like. I mean, you have movies that show everything so perfect. They have particularly high standards for how long they should last. And the problem is, when you have high standards for lasting long, you're constantly worried about finishing too quickly. So you're wrapped up in your head. You're worried about every time you thrust into her and out of her. And then you're not in the moment. And as odd as it sounds, because your mind is so fixated on this idea of finishing late or finishing too early, you actually psych yourself out and you finish incorrectly, right? Not what you want. In other words, the more you obsess over finishing late or finishing too early, the more likely you are to have difficulty with that. And here's the weird but effective way to get around it. Let go of expectations around lasting long. Let go of the standards trying to live up to it. Give yourself the permission to fail. Do the things I suggested in this video prior to using this trick and let the chips fall where they may. Let the glass shatter. I don't know how many other metaphors can I use, but if you do this, ironically, you're going to last longer and have a much better experience than you would ever hope for. And here's a tip on how to actually do that, how to get out of your head and not fixate on things. You focus on other things. So just like in yoga class or meditation class, instead of fixating on, I don't want to last too long, or I don't want to finish too fast, you have to start focusing on what you're doing. I'm touching her breasts, or she's touching my body, or that feels good on my nipples. So start to move your mind elsewhere and really be present and take in what is happening to you. My legs feel good. My body feels good. My butt feels good. Or her boobs feel great. Her butt feels great. Just take your mind off of what's not helping you and put your mind onto things that are going to assist you and that you're enjoying in the moment. And that concludes the list of my best tricks to last longer. By the way, if you are a guy watching this who's going through a dry spell right now, so you're not getting to use any of these tips, or if you're someone who hasn't had a woman in his bedroom in a long time, or if you're in a relationship where the sex has stopped or reduced dramatically, I'd highly recommend you click on the second link in the description box and check out my program, The F Formula. So here's why. The F Formula shows you how to flirt with any woman in just 3 easy steps and get her so excited and turned on. She just wants to rip your clothes off then and there. Whether it's a woman you just met, a date, your girlfriend, or even your wife of 30 years, the F Formula gives you the exact way you need to turn up her sexual desire to a fever pitch and have her ready to do the most wildest stuff with you. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the description below and check it out right now. But either way, thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I hope that you found it super useful and I hope you put it to good use. And as always, I will see you again next week.